Let's go to Melissa with some very successful businesswomen.
Are they ever, Chris? As our country's economy trudges toward a recovery, business is booming here in the Bayou City with women leading the charge. According to the 2013 State of Women-Owned Business Report, our state ranked #2 for female-run businesses, and it's ripe with opportunities for females who want to start their own companies or firms. Joining me now to talk more about this are two women who did just that. Paula Krishan owns Tendrils and Curls, Houston's own curly hair boutique, and Melissa Williams owns a local publishing company, Longtail Publishing. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Paula, let's start with you. I think it's so intriguing that you took out on your own because you actually have a PhD in counseling. So I need to be addressing you as doctor. Thank you very much. What made you decide to pursue your passions and go a different route?
Actually, I think for me, I had an opportunity to watch my mother. She was an entrepreneur when I was very, very young. And so from a very young age, she sort of normalized entrepreneurship for me. And even though I went on to pursue other passions, I knew that ultimately I wanted to return and try to be an entrepreneur. So that's really what sort of inspired me.
Well, and you're quite the success story. Now, Melissa, let's talk about your situation. So tell us about your company, and you're also writing children's books.
Yes, I started Longtail Publishing back in '07 after finishing a master's in counseling, so we actually have a little bit in common. And my dad, he really instilled entrepreneurship in me as well, so our stories are kind of similar. But I had a dream since I was a kid to be a children's author, and I've always been a writer, so I merged the two together, getting to do the creative aspect of business and then the actual business side as well.
Well, I have actually been able to read some of your books to my children, and they love them.
Oh,
so
that's so good to
they're
hear.
quite a success story, so I do have to tell you that. And we had some exciting research that we talked about yesterday, and I've got some of the stats here. But it was revealed by the Pew Research Center, and what it shows is that America's working mothers are now the primary breadwinners in 40% of households. I think that is remarkable.
Yes.
So it shows us that there are a lot of opportunities for women in Houston. I think it's difficult sometimes to figure out where to begin. Do you have some advice for people? You're both such success stories.
I think for me personally, I really took the time to do my homework. I think that ultimately when I made the decision, my family and I made the decision that this was something that I was going to do, I really approached learning what the steps were that I needed to take in order to make sure that the business was successful, as if it were sort of a full-time job. So for me, I worked at it for almost 2 years. I really, really did a lot of research. I contacted and spoke with as many people as I could in order to figure out what needed to be done in order to make sure that I was successful.
Melissa, what kind of opportunities do you see out there? Do you see a lot of just opportunity for women?
Definitely. The flexibility in owning your own business has been one of my favorite parts about owning business. Yeah. But also, just as you become comfortable in owning your own business, you can't let that keep you stagnant. So you always want to have that forward momentum going, continuing the research. You want to be a lifelong learner, especially if you're in business.
Well, online helps us a whole lot, but do you have any idea of resources of where people can go if they've always wanted to do it, but they've been fearful to take that plunge and they think, okay, the time's now, but I don't know what to do besides just get online?
Well, right here in Houston, we have a great resource, the University of Houston Small Business Center. They have amazing classes. They don't cost that much, really easy 3-hour classes to help you manage money and the management side, everything that you could possibly think of.
So it gets you in that business mode.
Yes.
Absolutely. And for me, I just basically, went to the internet and started doing my homework there. What steps do I need to make sure that I'm engaged in order to, accomplish this goal? And so for me, it was all about doing the research online, as well as even identifying books that I could kind of take a look at and write notes and things like that.
Well, proof is in the pudding that we always do better when we are doing what we love and what we're passionate about, so that it doesn't feel like you're working. I mean,
Absolutely.
Do you feel like you're working when you're writing a book?
Oh no, I absolutely love it. And the hours, they're never the same, and that fits my personality. I like having, the not 9 to 5, typical job. So.
And with your job, how about you?
It's perfect for me because I have a 3-year-old daughter. I'm a mother. I'm also a wife, and so the flexibility that I'm afforded there has been perfect for us and our family.
Well, it sounds like a very good fit for you both. What a
Absolutely.
pleasure to talk to you, and I'm so glad that you're out there not only being successful in our community, but making a big difference to tell people, hey, you too can do it. So good to talk to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.